All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Actual Anime Podcast, the podcast where we talk about anime, manga, video games, and everything in between. We got Caleb back, y'all.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back, baby.
We got Caleb back, y'all.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Oh man, look.
Good to be back, bro.
Good to have you back. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this episode, bro.
It's been a minute.
I'm telling y'all right now, this might be one of the longer episodes that we have.
Facts.
Especially with the topics that we got. Yeah. Me and Caleb specifically, we going off on some of these topics, bro. I am not gonna hold you. So yeah, Caleb, bro, what you been up to? Go ahead, enlighten the people.
Yeah, man. So it's been a minute. Man, it's been like what, almost a month and a half since I've been on, right?
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
yeah.
I've been working, bro. You know the situation. I'm trying to get back to my original setup. So this will be probably the last time that y'all will see me in this scuffed ass setup. I'll be back in my setup back at home here soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I've been gaming my ass off, bro. I've just been doing nothing but reviews and playing games and reviewing. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to watch a lot of anime, new animes, but I rewatched all of Namek, all of the Tournament of Power, and right now I'm rewatching all of the first season of Demon Slayer to get ready for the whole new Hashira training arc drop. That's pretty much what I've been on, and then obviously working out and doing the normal shit of your life.
Like that.
I got a tattoo. That's about it.
Fuck yeah! What is that at? What's the tat?
Oh, it's on my forearm. It's not.
I noticed that I was like, you didn't have that before.
Yeah, no, I'm almost. So it's a forearm sleeve, but it's not done yet. You guys can probably see it better than I do, but it's a scene from Gladiator.
That's tough.
Yeah, so
that's tough.
This is gonna be the shield, obviously.
Yeah.
This is him saying the "Are you entertained?" scene, where he's having his hands out and this shit, and then you can see like the kind of remnant of the ink of where I'm gonna get the hand session. It's actually gonna be full Gladiator fit from here to here. This is actually his like waistband. And then the quote is, "What we do in life echoes in eternity," and I'm gonna get that done before I head back.
Fuck yeah! Are you gonna try to do like the upper side of your arm too, like full sleeve, or is it just like the
I haven't decided. This is the first tattoo I ever like. I told me and you had this discussion. This is the first time I ever had a tattoo that I was like, if I'm gonna get one, it has to mean something to me.
Yep.
And this was like Gladiator is my favorite movie. For the people who don't know, Gladiator is my favorite movie of all time. Maximus is my favorite like fictional character who actually is based off of a real general that worked with Marcus Aurelius back in the day. So it just meant something to me, and the quote I think is very impactful. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm out here, might as well get it, And yeah, so I might get the full sleeve, but I think if on the right side of my body, I think this is the only thing I'm doing because I want to do a themed sleeve, and I want to if I'm going to get any sleeve, I'm getting an anime sleeve.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, bro. My entire left arm is just anime stuff. Like it's just anime stuff. I wanted to get like a kind of like a manga panel.
Yeah.
On my shit. I think that'd be fucking tough as shit, dude. I really gotta lock in the characters because I got Tanjiro's eyes right here. So I really gotta lock in like what characters and what panels I want like on my arm. But other than that, yeah, bro, I'm getting that shit, bro.
I'm thinking if I'm gonna do it on the left side for my anime one, I'm gonna do forearm is gonna be Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta from the Tournament of Power. The opposite side of my forearm will probably be Kakashi's Lightning Blade.
Yep.
Pain Arc, and then I'll do from here up. I'll probably do Kirito's solo battle with from Sword Art Online, and then in the middle of my back, I'm gonna get Escanor's Lion Sin of Pride tattoo.
I see a lot of people get the for like their back tattoo, they get like the curse mark, like right there. Yeah. I see that a lot, bro. I see that a lot. Hey.
Yeah, I want to do some original thing like this Gladiator tattoos. It's a custom thing. This is the one of one in the world. There's no other design.
Hey, it looked good, bro. It looked good. What was like what was the pain like level? Because you said this is your first tap. Like, what was the pain tolerance at?
Yeah, I will say everyone overhypes tattoo pain, bro. It's just not as bad as people think it is, bro. Unless I'm just out of my mind, and I'm not.
Yeah.
People were like, "Oh my God, you're gonna feel like your arm's getting sawed off." I was like, "No, it was." The worst part is really like the
once it gets to like your like wrist area.
Yeah, that shit kind of it was irritating. I guess the best way to describe it is it went from like a slight burn to constant bee stings. Is the way to describe. I mean, as you know.
Yeah, the shading, bro. The shading is the worst part. The shading is. I don't care what anybody says. The shading is the worst part. When they're going over an area over and over again.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I think. If you see someone with like a little heart tattoo or some shit, and you're like, okay, that didn't.
Nothing. Yeah,
I went for a full forearm sleeve for my first tat. I was like, so the outline and like the hard lines, everyone was like, that's gonna hurt like hell. I was like, this is really easy, bro. The shading kind of fucking hurt.
The shading is
like no tough guy shit. That shit was like a 6 out of 10, bro. That shit was kind of fucking annoying.
They say like if you get a tattoo near your like underarmish area, good luck. Good luck. Shading near your underarm area, good luck, bro. Hey, I'm a strong man, but
part of your bicep is like the ear is really gonna fucking hurt, and then they say like on your joints, like your elbows and your knees and shit.
Yeah.
Negative.
Yeah, they say back tats hurt like crazy. Like if you get it near the spine.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing.
But yeah, look good though, bro. It look good though, bro.
I'll show you the final product when it's
hell yeah. Okay. So
what have you been up to?
I've been chilling, bro. I got business I gotta handle. But they got an anime expo August 3rd through the 4th, and I'm gonna go there and I'm playing Sparking Zero, brother. I already over in Phoenix. I already got my shit booked, bro. I'm gonna go there. I'm playing Sparking Zero, and I'm gonna let y'all know how that motherfucker is, bro.
Say less. I'll pull up.
I'm gonna let y'all know how that motherfucker is, bro. They got one over your section of the woods too. I gotta see when it is. I think it's in September. Don't quote me, but I think it's coming in September.
Just hit me up.
I'll say it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's literally all I've been up to, bro. Just chilling, business. I haven't watched a lot of anime. I've watched a few pretty recent ones. Sakamoto Days. I'm excited for Sakamoto Days to actually get adapted. If y'all have not seen Sakamoto Days or haven't read it or whatever the case may be, it's literally like John Wick. In a manga. Like the dude is insane, bro. He blocked a bullet by spitting out a cough drop.
Which I was like, how the fuck did he do that?
What do you think it does that, bro? He didn't even look. He had no
He didn't aim
awareness. He didn't aim or anything. He was just wild. So yeah, Sakamoto Days, whenever that gets anime adapted, hey, that's gonna be it. But other than that, I've been chilling. So yeah, we're gonna get right into this topic, bro. What you got for us?
All right, man. So, I mean, it's no surprise. This will be like probably my 80 millionth time mentioning this game on this platform. But we gotta talk about it, bro. Shadow of the Erdtree. It dropped. So way too early gaming reactions is the segment we're about to drop into. Shadow of the Erdtree, should DLCs of this size be considered for Game of the Year? And does this DLC finally push Elden Ring to the best FromSoft game that has ever dropped? I want your opinions on it because me and you were going back and forth while we were playing DLC.
We were, yeah.
I beat it within the first 24 hours it dropped because I was not waiting on any spoilers. I was like, I stayed off of anything. I just grinded I took a day off and all I did was play that fucking game.
Okay. Should it be eligible to win Game of the Year? That's kind of like a loaded question when you think about it, right? Because a lot of DLCs aren't this massive in scale. Right. This is literally like an entirely separate game.
This could be Elden Ring 2.0.
Yeah, this is an entirely separate game. A lot of DLCs, when you look at it, they add a little bit to the story. They add a few more gameplay features, but it's not as massive as Elden Ring DLC.
Yeah.
So I honestly think it should be eligible to win Game of the Year. Because if you think about it, like it's just a whole nother game. It's
Pretty
an
much.
entirely different game. I'm not gonna get on here because I had the idea to come on here and play devil's advocate and be like, well, actually, but I thought about it and I was like, no, because when you compare this DLC to other DLCs that other games are dropping, it's like it's night and day
Yeah.
difference. Especially with all the extra areas you can find, all the underground areas you can find. It's just all the quest lines, bro.
Bro,
This
and
is an
Miyazaki be
entirely
lying his ass off, dog, because he talking about it's
yeah.
only about the size of Limgrave. Bro, shut
Yeah.
up. Like,
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You really gotta factor in like all the different areas.
because it was like it's what's the word I'm looking for? Verticality. The verticality is
Yep.
insane.
Yep. A lot of people mention the verticality. Now, now, I mentioned me playing a devil's advocate.
Sure,
We
sure.
can we cannot ignore we can't ignore the difficulty of this game and the negative reviews that it was getting due to the difficulty of the game.
Right.
That they had to patch a few things in the
See,
DLC.
and this is why I think both you and I we beat Radon pre-patch the first time Elden Ring came out in 2022.
Yep.
So
Yep.
because they were raging when Radon when we were doing the festival, they were like, he's too fucking
Mm-hmm.
hard, his hitbox is all fucked up and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
We both played through Elden Ring and beat him before the patch.
Yep. Yep.
It was
Pre-patch for Dawn was
yeah, he was a demon. It was the same. Like if you go back and read Elden Ring's reviews from the very first time it was the same shit. They were
Yep.
like, Radon is too fucking hard, Millennia is too fucking
Yep.
hard, and then we
Yep.
got good.
Exactly. Which it's funny, man. I was watching some Elden Ring videos, and the narrative of skill against the boss versus artificial difficulty came
Mhm.
into play.
Mhm.
And Radon, Consort Radon, was the main factor that had a lot of people saying Elden Ring kind of leans more into the artificial difficulty,
Sure.
where you get maybe 1 second windows to attack and stuff like that, and the boss has like a 30 hit combo.
That's true.
Versus prior Dark Souls games where the punish windows were a little more wider. You could tell a lot more when you were able to attack and things like that.
That's
And I
true.
think I've played Shadow of the Erdtree enough to definitely realize there are a few artificially difficult bosses where it's just like, dude, what the fuck? Commander Gaius?
Come here,
You
oh,
walk
dude. Don't even
you
fucking
you walk you walk in there for a second
and
and this
he's
nigga just rhino charges you. He doesn't even give you a chance to be like, oh, this is pretty, because you walk into a fucking flower field. He
yeah,
sees you and it's literally on site. And
bro.
when I remembered me fighting that boss, I was like, you know what? He got a point. Because this is definitely artificial difficulty. So what do you think about that before we go on? Do you think artificial difficulty with bosses and skill against the boss are two different things?
Okay, so I think this is a two-part answered question, maybe three, but I'm going to try to keep it to two. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
it's different coming from us because we beat. I think me and you have beat almost every Souls game. I think, except for like the next ones.
Yeah.
So every FromSoft game that's come out, be more now, beat every single one.
Mm-hmm.
So that includes Sekiro. That
I was
includes
playing Sekiro literally last night.
that includes Bloodborne's Old Hunters DLC. Like everything that you can imagine, we've fucking done. I will say, if you choose not to summon in Shadow of the Erdtree, it is the hardest part of FromSoft's gaming design ever, and it's not even remotely close, to be honest with you.
Yep.
So everyone who says Elden Ring's the easiest, it also is the hardest if you make it.
Mm-hmm.
I will say for the boss designs in Shadow of the Erdtree, it felt like some of the hitboxes need to be tweaked. I will say, because like Commander Gaius is a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
That boar's hitbox when it charges is fucking ridiculous.
Disgusting.
It's
disgusting, bro.
You will roll the same way every time, and you'll get hit sometimes and won't get hit other times. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yep.
But if we're talking about artificial difficulty, I've seen people no hit level 1, no scatter tree fragment the entire DLC. So it's not like it's impossible.
But think of their skill level. They've been doing this for years. They practice routes. I've seen some of them speedrunners. Yeah.
We're just not good enough. Like that's
just not good enough. You got to get good.
the only boss I felt like it was actually unfair when I was playing it was Consort Radon.
Yep.
That's the only boss I was sitting here like, I don't understand why they're giving me. If you mess up one time, you miss a hitbox, you're gonna die.
You're done.
You're just dead.
And specifically phase 2 for me. Specifically,
it was phase 2 is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. So anyone who's like, oh, Millennia is the hardest boss in gaming, go fight Consort Radon without a summon.
Not, bro.
You're like, I fought him with a summon and without a summon, and it's like it doesn't even matter. Like he's gonna fucking kill you both. It doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't. Like he equally shares aggro, which is what I was telling you about.
Like
I was bossing him, bro. I had it locked in, and my mimic tier was just running around doing whatever. I don't know what the fuck that mimic tier said, but Radon turned around and said, "Oh, you think I'm pussy?" Bro, literally comboed him to death, and then turned around like, "I'm not done with you."
And I think I was texting you. Like there was no guides on anything when I played the game.
No,
because it was like the second the DLC dropped, I was in it. I didn't watch any walkthroughs. So I was Erdtree level 12.
Yeah.
When I walked in to fight Radon.
Yeah.
12. It goes up to 20, and each of them gives you 5% damage increase and 5% damage negation each time you get a level. So I was missing out on 40%, and I had no fucking clue. And I was like, oh, this is impossible. Like, this is impossible. And I ended up beating it. I told you with my the build I ended up going in with, and I finally soloed him without my mimic tier, by the way, people. It was 107 deaths to Consort Radon before I killed him. And it was a sacred flame art flame art great stars with prayerful strike, or was it sacred? One of the two.
Is it the one where you hit him and he healed you?
Yeah.
Prayerful
strike, yeah. On great stars, and I had like 11 healing flasks and 3 blue like FP flasks. And I just ended up flinching. I got a posture break on the last one, and as I reposted him, I got a bleed in 1. That's how I won. And I had that was the last. Everything. If it wasn't for that, I was fucked. So it is possible, but I do think that Shadow of the Erdtree is, if you don't follow the game design, if you don't want to do the game design, if you want to do a challenge run, or you want to prove that you don't have to have a summon or anything like that, the game's going to feel artificially inflated to be too difficult. It really will. But if you're Erdtree level 12, Erdtree level 20, or Shadow Tree, whatever it is, and you have all of the proper armor, you go get the what's the fucking golden thing that we were looking for forever? The shit.
Yeah.
If you have like everything that the game puts in there for you, and you follow what the game gives you, and you have your revered spirit ashes all the way up and all that shit, you can do it. And if you're not doing it, you're just shit at the game. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
yeah. Let's talk about some Erdtree fragments, man. Because when I first got in, so my take on Elden Ring, right? Still a phenomenal game, but base game Elden Ring, I feel like you have so many different ways of upgrading your gear and upgrading your materials and stuff like that. You can do pretty much like whatever. But it feels like with the DLC, if you don't have Erdtree fragments, and keep in mind, people have done no Erdtree fragments, like run, like you just said. But for the average player, if you don't have them, you're fucked. And I feel like there needs to be more, because just me personally, like how I was finding them, because I'm pretty like explorative, like I'll just zigzag across the map and find shit like that. Some of them were in some random ass fucking spots, bro.
Yeah, like in the pots.
Some of them were in random pots, or like they'd be hanging off a tree of a dead body like 40 meters away, and you gotta do parkour to get to it. I'm like, dude, why can't you make them like smithing stones to where they're kind of just more like there's more of them? Because like, how many are there? Like 50?
Something like that. We could have made like golden seeds where there's more fragments than there are necessary levels. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Yeah. Because it feels like if you just don't find all the fragments, then you're just like you're fucked. And that's kind of the feeling I got too when I was like kind of later game, and I was like, bro, Radon is piecing me up, bro. I need something, bro. So I went and looked up a guide to find some Erdtree fragments. and the amount that it helped was insane.
Yeah,
But it's weird because like there's only a certain limited number of them.
Yeah.
Like I have to comb the entire map top to bottom to find something to help me not like fucking die in 2 hits in the game. That's one thing. That is the one thing where I was like, FromSoft, you could have done this a little better. That's the one thing where I'm like, you could have done this a little better.
Yeah, and I think I had complained to you about it. I was like, bro, why do I gotta fight 2 golden hippos to find this motherfucking thing?
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that there's a fucking fragment in this hippo? How am I supposed to know that?
Exactly. Like how? Like literally, how the fuck am I supposed to figure this out? It's just that's one thing with Elden Ring where it's like I love the fact that they don't hold your hand, but sometimes it's a little nudge. It's just a little nudge in the right direction would be helpful, bro.
Yeah.
So but yeah.
As far as like the leveling system goes, here's what I thought, because everyone was complaining like, why do I got to get these fragments to get good and all this shit? Think about it. We waited 2.5 years ish, 2 years ish for this DLC. Can you imagine how upset you would have been as a Souls player if the DLC dropped and we just one shot everything?
Yeah.
Like I'd be just fucking the floor with everything. Like I was level 320 or some shit going into the DLC, and I was getting waxed. Like
exactly.
I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Imagine. I love the concept of it. I love the concept of the fragments because everyone was like prepping for the DLC and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this and this and this, and then they go in there completely.
None of it mattered.
None of it mattered. Literally none of it mattered.
I was min-maxed on everything. I have like my build, the way I took it into the DLC, I had like 60 strength, 60 dexterity, 80 faith, 80 arcane, and like 80 health. So I could pick up any weapon and just like use it to the max of its ability.
Yep.
And none of it mattered, bro. I was getting the dancing lion beat the fuck out of me, bro.
Bro, shit, like, not even that, bro. The fucking
off me.
God damn. Like, nah, who beat the fuck out of me? It was the first 10 minutes. The first night in like the catacomb that you go to, and then the Wolverine like knockoff dude with the beast claws, bro. That dude is crazy. I didn't even know it was there. I was walking and he just ran up on me and started beating the fuck out of me, bro. I was like, who are you? Who are you?
I was fighting Torrent, and then Torrent just disappeared. I was like,
Torrent fucking died.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god.
I get the frustration of how difficult it was, but I also think that people who are complaining about the difficulty don't use what the game is meant to be used with. Like they don't use if you suck, bro, like just use a summon. There's no hate. There's no achievement that you get for beating the game without a summon. There's just nothing.
It's more so of a pride thing. I don't give a shit. Look, my ideology is because I see a lot of people like, oh, if you use summons, you didn't beat the game. The fucking FromSoft sexuals. Listen. If a boss can have 30, 40 hit combos, I'm Shadow Clone Jutsu in my nigga.
You see what I'm saying?
There's no if and buts or between, bro. If this nigga Mesmer can turn into a snake, my nigga, you back here with me.
It was the Inquisitor right before you get to the Abyssal Woods.
Yep.
He summons 2.
Exactly. Hey, like, if they want to be broken, boy, I'll be broken too. What's up? 2 cold great swords, nigga. What's up?
So like,
it is what it is. I don't care.
That's the thing. I think people's pride is like, why did I have to go find these fragments? Why do I have to do that? I'm like, bro, you're just not good enough. You're just not. It's okay.
Yeah. And it's not a knock. It's not a knock to anybody.
I'm not good enough either, bro.
Yeah, just get like I suck too, bro. I'm bad too. Shit. We all out here, you know what I'm saying? But we trying. We getting better.
There's nothing more discouraging than walking in through that golden fog and getting one shot by Radahn. There's literally nothing.
That spinning move that he does where he just completely like fucking quick attacks the goddamn fog gate.
That moment, like you're fucked.
I saw this one video, bro, where he walked in because he was helping somebody. He walked in after the person. Radahn did the spinning move where he does gravity magic towards the gate and knocked them both out of the fog gate. They got hit so hard they got knocked out of the fog gate, and then he swiped and knocked them off the map. They were like under the map, and they're like, "This nigga is insane, bro. There's no way this nigga just broke the physics.
So
my gosh.
I get the frustration because it was very, very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It was way more difficult than the base game, and anyone who says anything otherwise is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's unfair, except Radon. I think Radon is a little bit unfair. I've done 5 playthroughs of the DLC so far, like just doing different things. I did like a strength build, a magic build, a faith build. You know how I am. I'm going to beat it everywhere I can. I will say, as much as faith tapered off at the end of the base game, because like, you know, Radagon's basically immune to this, and everything's fucking resistant to holy damage, bro. Faith wrecks the DLC. Wrecks.
Oh yeah, no, there's so many different faith spells and faith incantations and shit like that. Like, there's a lot more like gravity magic and shit too.
Yeah, like the Black Steel Great Hammer, the AR on that thing is like 1,000 outside of the DLC. Just holding, and it's not a colossal weapon. Like, it's fucking overpowered, bro. Like,
Oh, you want to talk about overpowered? The fucking the Blood Fiend's arm.
Oh
bro,
yeah,
max that bitch out with some arcane.
Disgusting. The stagger on that shit, the bleed on that shit, is disgusting. So like, there are definitely ways that you can beat it. I just think that people are so caught up in the, like you said, the FromSoft sexuals who are like, I gotta beat it with one arm tied behind my back and with
you didn't really beat it if you didn't beat it with an arm cut off.
Like bro, you're not good enough. It's okay. It's fine. Like, it took me 107 tries to solo Radon. I thought about throwing my controller through a wall multiple times, and I had to take a break. I had to like literally put my controller down, walk away, and then come back like an hour later because I was so upset. But you can do it. And now I'm on my 5th playthrough, and now I'm like, why was I even so upset? I'm like one-shotting most things. Like the Black Gel Knight, I figured out that you can just fucking parry his ass. I'm like, what are you? This dude is fucking bait, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
So it was. I think it's a great game. I think it was a great DLC. Do I think that it was artificially boosted in difficulty? I think it had to be, or else we would have just one-shot everything. We would have been like, why did we even spend $40 on this fucking DLC?
Yeah, bro, because I hate wasting money. If I would have wasted $40 on the DLC, I would have been so hot. I would have been heated as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
But, great game. Shadow Erdtree is a great game. But like, I think it definitely does deserve to be contender for Game of the Year, just based off pure content alone. Like, yeah, sure, the difficulty is one thing, but like just based off pure content and what the DLC offers, I'd say it'd be a contender. Now, if they're gonna start making DLC contenders for Game of the Year, or if it's like a separate category, what it could possibly win is best ongoing game. Because I mean, you got Elden Ring, and then you got Shadow of the Erdtree in 2024. It could be best ongoing game, which honestly I think it'll probably get nominated for. But yeah.
I think a lot of part of it is like other game developing companies were review bombing it. Because I was watching a guy on YouTube, so I'm going to quote him. I forget his name, so I apologize. I want to give you credit, but I just don't know who you are.
I'll probably find it and try to link it.
Yeah, he was saying that other game developing companies are upset because FromSoft gave us keys to a Bugatti for $40, whereas other game developing companies are trying to sell us a Chevy Spark for like $120. Like, there's just the amount of content, the way that Shadow of the Erdtree is quite literally the best DLC in the history of DLCs, in my opinion. Like, just in general, because it's not a DLC, bro. It's a fucking game. That's what it is. It's a fucking totally separate game. It has a totally different leveling system, totally different weapons, totally different everything. It gave us 10 more Remembrance bosses, bro. It's fucking outrageous how big this thing was. And all the other companies are like, now we're going to try to convince audiences that we have to buy another $120 game that you're only going to be able to play for 10 hours, and it's dog shit. That's why they hate FromSoft right now, because it's so damn good. You could spend $100 on Elden Ring for the DLC and the base game, and you could play it for 500 hours. Yeah. That's why they hate it, because it's making everybody be like, oh, if we're going to drop a DLC, we're going to be comparing that DLC to this DLC, and it's not even going to be close. That's why I think everyone's upset.
That's facts. As far as when it goes to like, is Elden Ring or is this DLC, does it make it the best FromSoft game ever? No. and maybe some personal bias is coming
I
out, but
think
like
you're biased, bro.
Sekiro is like perfect to me, dude. That because the reason why I like Sekiro, and I'll probably like Sekiro over any other FromSoft game. Lies of P is close too, but Sekiro is fucking perfect. They give you got one weapon. You can't go over level your stuff to cheese every boss. You get one sword, and that's it. Go fight
Yeah,
Jesus. Like, and plus the combat system, the parrying system is so satisfying in that
it
game.
is the most unique one I've ever
It's
too.
less RPG and it's more like action. Like you are encouraged to always be in the fight. You
Yeah,
shouldn't be backing up at all. You should be in his face. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, bro. I think the parry system and just the combat system in Sekiro is so crazy, and just the environment too. The bosses,
yeah.
the story is insane. The story you can actually follow from like
From
frame
beginning,
one,
yeah.
beginning to end. You can follow it. It's a very simple story to follow. Um, so me personally, like I'm saying no, but
Yeah.
that's personal
So
bias. I think Sekiro is perfect.
I had Dark Souls 3 as my favorite FromSoft game
Mm-hmm.
ever. I think The Nameless King was like my nemesis
Oh yeah.
for forever.
Oh
And
yeah.
it, I think DLC for Dark Souls 3 is the Ring City, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um, it like that to me was like the pinnacle of gaming. And I didn't think that anything was going to beat it. I think if I'm being as objective as possible, because it's really hard because Elden Ring became my favorite game, but I didn't think it was the best FromSoft. There's a difference between the best and my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Elden Ring was my favorite because I thought like the storyline was so obscure but so good at the same time, and like
Mm-hmm.
the characters were so unique. I think it would be foolish of me not to objectively look at this and say, okay, I spent $100 collectively on the base game and the DLC. The
Yeah.
amount of time that I've put into all of those games, the amount of replayability that I've had in this game, and the continuing fan base, I think that this is the best in FromSoft history, and I really don't even think it's relatively close. Everyone wants to say like the old Hunters DLC for Bloodborne made Bloodborne like the untouchable FromSoft thing, but like to me,
Yeah.
Bloodborne 30 FPS, it's just like
I don't
there's
know.
something that will always be really hard for me to really like about Bloodborne. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. It was just like an aesthetic thing to Bloodborne. Like I get cool, like old feudal London or whatever the fuck they're trying to go for. But like for me, it just didn't hit when I see like Dark Souls 3 and just how amazing their set pieces and environments are. Just the environment in Bloodborne is just, I don't know. It doesn't hit me. It doesn't hit me the same as like Dark Souls 3. Or like the first time you walk in Limgrave in Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's no wow moment. Like,
yeah,
oh,
exactly.
this is an entire world I'm getting into. You're just thrown into fucking like London or some shit.
Yeah.
And that's it. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
go.
just think it's too. Like I said, Sekiro is like I think my third favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's really hard to beat the unique aspect of Sekiro.
Yeah.
But bro, I think it would be foolish of me not to look at Elden Ring objectively as my favorite game of all time. Then
Mm-hmm.
Shadow of the Erdtree on top of that. It's like now trying to be as objective as possible, bro. I have 450 hours into this game.
Yeah.
I have maybe 100 in Dark Souls 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even close. It's like I don't understand how many times have you replayed Sekiro?
At least 20.
I will probably hit a replay of Elden Ring and Shadow of the Erdtree. I've probably hit close to 30. Just like between Xbox and PlayStation, and helping you
Mm-hmm.
get through the first time, and helping Blue, like our other friend get through the other time. Like just how many times we played through it. You can play through it
Mm-hmm.
as any type of fucking thing you could do. And I think it appeals to so many different play styles. Like there wasn't one objective best play style in Elden Ring like there is with
Yeah.
other ones. In Dark Souls 3, I think it was, if you didn't have like the twin blade electric shit or whatever the fuck it was, like you would shred bosses.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
Yeah.
played through it in so long. I probably have to do it again, but like you would just shred things if you didn't have
Mm-hmm.
certain setups. You could make everything in Elden Ring overpowered if you really wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, me
You
and
can
you
make straight up like fist weapons overpowered as well.
the starfists are some of the best weapons in the game still today. Cold infused starfists, you'll fucking shred.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like now, did you see the perfume bottles before they were fucking patched?
Oh,
They're
dude, those are
nasty.
fucking nasty, bro. Those
So
are nasty as shit.
yeah, I think that they probably won't consider it for Game of the Year. I think the reason that they won't is because they know it would fucking win. And it would look really, really bad on all the other, like, because who else can compete with, seriously, like this year that's been dropped, who else can seriously compete with Shadow of the Erdtree?
As far as this year, nothing.
Like nothing.
It doesn't nothing.
Close.
Now there needs to be some. If there is something that can compete, it literally needs to be wild. They need to know that they're competing with Shadow of the Erdtree.
Yeah, like
and make something to where it's like, okay, yeah, this has a shot. But if they're just trying to appeal to like the general audience of gamers, I don't know. I think Shadow of the Erdtree might take if it's eligible. If it might take.
Yeah, and I think the reason they won't do it is because other developers will know, like, okay, this is the best we put out this year, and it got shit on by a DLC.
Yeah.
They won't let that happen.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I do think it makes it the best FromSoft game ever. But I won't. I'm not upset that you chose Sekiro because Sekiro is like so unique.
Yeah, and plus, like, I think Sekiro and my playstyle, because I love like deck builds and like fast type of combat. So Sekiro is literally right up my alley, and plus, I love Japan. I love Japan. Mm-hmm. Like everything about Japanese culture is so. It feels like if Ghost of Tsushima said, you know what, fuck y'all niggas, and just turned up. That's literally what playing Sekiro feels like, bro. So I'm like, this is it. This is definitely it.
Ghost of Tsushima is like a top 10 game of all time.
Oh yeah. Ghost of Tsushima is up there. I remember downloading Ghost of Tsushima and playing it when I was away on like a business trip.
Bro, crazy time. I'm gonna get a poster of Jin Sakai in my room.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, for sure.
He's just gangster. So yeah, Sekiro, it like definitely appeals to the Dex fanboys, to the samurai guys. Like, I totally get that.
Yep. And it's crazy. It's super funny because like when I went into Shadow of the Erdtree, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try a strength build. So I went in there with a cold greatsword plus 25.
Yeah.
Bro, shredded. Like posture breaks staggers are
nasty.
Nasty, bro. Giant Hunt and a cold greatsword got me through 99%.
Oh yeah.
Mesmer literally did nothing to me, bro.
Yeah, bro. Everyone was talking about how like Mesmer was like
weird. Which is really weird. They gassed Mesmer up. Mesmer up, and we dogged him. I was like, yo, this nigga's been on all the posters and stuff like that as being like the hardest boss, but like I dogged him.
I dogged the shit out of him, bro. I walked in first, tried him, bro. I was like, wait, what is going on?
Yeah.
I will say he has the most gangster voice line in the entirety of the game, bro.
Bro, that motherfucking Mesmer, bro, come on, bro. That shit is tough, man.
And then like Egon's voice actor needs to just be like in the Hall of Fame of voice acting. When you go to fight Bale and he's like, curse you,
Bale, bro, come on, bro. Everybody loves him. A lot of the people who don't do summon him just for his voice line.
Yeah, because he's
for his voice line. 100%.
That's like the same level of legend as the dude who sang "Shiny Teeth in Me" for fucking Fairy Odd Parents.
Oh yeah.
You did not need to go that crazy.
You did not need to. Hey, some of them kids shows actually be going crazy as fuck, bro, with them songs. I'm telling you. But
that's all I have on Shadow of the Erdtree. I think it's just like, I think it is untouchable. I think it's going to be the greatest DLC for a very long time. I know other people were talking about God of War Ragnarok. I think it's Valhalla's DLC.
Yeah.
It's just not close, bro. Like, it's just not.
Okay. I think Valhalla was great.
It was great.
When you piece it together as a narrative and you understand that you're going through Kratos' psyche and stuff like that, this is pretty much a therapy session for Kratos. I think the overarching story and how it progresses, each time you die, you're learning like more about Kratos. You're going through his memories deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
Gameplay aspect, it kind of just follows the same God of War, like swing, hit, roll, block. But Shadow of the Erdtree is you can play it so many different ways, and I feel like God of War just only has one like
it's a linear
general play style. So I don't know. Maybe it can compete, but I'll say it can compete. I'll say that. I'll definitely say that it can compete. Will it win? No. Objectively, no. Because again, when you think about content, like
Yeah, bro. There's this
I
guy I
feel like
watch on
Erdtree offers more.
uh I think his name, I think it's QOP. It's like QUOPP or something like that. He wears the
Mm,
albino mask
yeah,
when he plays through. Bro, he does like no hits of Shadow of the Erdtree constantly over and over and over and
yeah.
over. You can only play like when you play through God of War, all of the God of Wars. Even like when I played Ragnarok and I played God of
Mm,
War PS4, when you put it on like give me God of War difficulty, first of all, it's like one of the hardest things you'll ever do. Secondarily, once you beat it, you have no desire to go through it again. You just don't. You're just like, okay, I finally checked this off the box. I'm done.
mm,
I will. I've seen so many people who are like, they literally beat Radon and then queue up another one, and they're like, I'm going through again. I'm going through again. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I just think the replayability for this is like different from anything I've ever seen before.
yeah. No, it's crazy. Some crazy shit, bro. Real crazy. Yeah, that's all I got on Shadow of the Erdtree. Damn, we
Yeah,
talked
that's
about
it.
the bitch for like 20 minutes, bro.
You know me. I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, but I
Yeah,
think it's the greatest game of all time. I think it's too amazing. And we really
yeah,
got this down for $40, bro. Like
yeah.
crazy. I would have paid $120 again for the whole thing. Um, all right, so I'm gonna dip into your wheelhouse here. I kind of want to take your point on this because I'm a Dragon Ball fan, but I'm not a stan. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like I was telling you earlier, I rewatched the Tournament of Power arc. So let's revisit that moment in time. Let's go back. Right as it was debuting, put yourself in that mindset. Was the Tournament of Power really that good? Or were we just so caught up and mesmerized by what UI and MUI was going to be? And looking back, it is like, was MUI Goku actually a disappointment? Or was the Tournament of Power like really what does it stand the test of time type of thing?
Let me walk you through the lore of my thought process when I
All right,
first saw
let's
this.
lock in.
When I first saw this topic, I looked at it and I got very angry. I got undescribably angry because I was like,
That got undescribably.
"There's no way me and him watched the same Tournament of Power, bro." Because when you think about it, one, nobody knew MUI would even happen, bro. It happened
That's
in
true.
the anime first. We didn't get a manga spoiler like, oh, he's gonna do this. Like that was just random.
That's true.
We had people lining up in bars watching MUI and Jira and like they were playing that shit in bars, bro.
Yeah, it was
Like
crazy.
people were that episode literally broke the internet. It
It did.
literally broke Crunchyroll. All streaming services were disgustingly broken.
That's true.
So MUI, I wouldn't say we were too hyped for it because we didn't know it would happen. Now
That's true.
Ultra Instinct was kind of from the beginning it was kind of teased and stuff like that. Like when Goku was fighting Beerus for the first time, he like moved on his own. He was like, "The fuck was that shit?"
Yeah.
It was teased for a little bit. So I'll say Ultra Instinct was teased for a little bit, but not massive. But with the Tournament of Power, you really got to look at it as a teamwork and side story developing arc. And why I say that is because you see in the Tournament of Power, certain episodes will focus on certain people. For example, when Roshi is fighting Frost, and he's given the speech of like, oh, if I die here, like, the Turtle Hermit School goes away and everything I stood up for is like down in the ground and everything I fought for, like I can't let that go. So I have
Yeah.
to beat you right here. And Roshi saying that shit is insane because if you watch from Dragon Ball to now, and you know how they kind of push Roshi to the side, for them to bring him back in the forefront and give him a moment like that is crazy.
That was
And
pretty
plus, when we see Roshi and Vegeta working together, who else
Fox.
thought the niggas even knew, bro? When fucking Roshi like broke the concealment case and Vegeta came out and he was like, bro, come on, bro. What are we talking about? And then Gohan and Piccolo working as a team to beat Universe 10. And
Yeah,
then
bro.
Frieza and Frost having a secret alliance until like they fight Gohan and Gohan's low key in on it. I'm like, come on, bro. The
Shit was
story
actually
in this is crazy. There's so many off branching stories in this that develop all the characters.
Yeah.
Even Goku being a mentor to like Kale and then Khalifa and
Bro, that was
bro.
moments I'll say was like when he was fighting Khalifa, and like you
Oh,
got to see like she wanted to fight him. She wanted the
yes,
challenge. And it was like
100%.
you can see that his mentality of being a Saiyan and like having that pride and challenging somebody at their best
Mm-hmm.
starting to show on other people. And it's like
Yeah,
Goku's impact on other people is underrated, bro. Seriously.
exactly. Oh,
It's crazy.
literally, no one talks about the impact Goku has on other people, which is why I think he's such a great main character. And there's a lot of characters like that. Naruto, for example, he
Oh,
impacts so many other people. Luffy impacts so many other people in a way you can just see their
yeah,
energy completely shift when like they're around.
for sure.
Goku is definitely one of those people where like if you're around Goku, like you're just changing as a person. And it happened to them. Even it happened to Vegeta. Oh, look, hey, we are not gonna go over how Vegeta saw Ultra Instinct and he said, let me try to get my own stuff. And he
Facts.
was getting beat the fuck up on purpose until he said, hey, fuck it, Kakarot. This ain't my way. This is not my way. I'm
That
a dog.
that speech is like I was telling you earlier. If I'm gonna get an anime tattoo, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, that from the
Mm-hmm.
Tournament of Power when he says like, "You say I'm arrogant and I say damn right."
Damn right.
Bro, that is in that moment is exactly when Vegeta decided like, I don't give a fuck about you. Ultra Instinct. I
Yep.
don't give a fuck about none of this shit. He's like, I'll beat
Exactly.
you, Jiren, in my own way. Now he, of
Wait.
course, he
Oh,
cracks, but like,
bro, that's why Vegeta is my favorite fucking character of all
like,
time, bro. He said, I don't give a fuck what you got. I don't give a fuck what you got.
yeah,
I'm still beating your ass and talking shit in my way, bro. Oh, it's like there's so many moments in the Tournament of Power. There's so many moments in Tournament of Power that literally made me just, all right, okay.
yeah.
Well,
I think he gave us the best Kamehameha I've ever seen.
oh yeah, definitely,
That shit
definitely,
was like so
definitely.
so badass, bro. And
Hmm.
the power slide in air,
That's the first
and
time I've ever seen some shit like that.
I
And
was like,
they knew it was tough because they slowed it down and played it
bro,
at different angles. They
they
knew
did
it
that
was
like
tough.
3 fucking times.
Bro, that was a cutscene.
Bro, I was like,
Got hit
nah,
with a Kevin got hit with a cutscene, bro.
it was
Like,
crazy.
what are we talking about? And then even when MUI gets introduced and we see like Goku kind of like slowly coming out of MUI, and we have Android 17 and Frieza helping Frieza. Let's just put that
Yeah,
into perspective. Frieza hates this nigga.
yeah,
Frieza is helping Goku gain energy back so he can fight Jiren again. Like
yeah.
we're the resiliency of Goku needs to be studied, bro. A lot of shonen
Absolutely.
characters, because I remember you said, how many times this nigga Goku gonna get beat the fuck up? And I said, as many
Serious.
times as he needs to. As many times as he needs to, because he
I'm
a
gonna
dog, he
stand
gonna
with
get
that
back up.
cover.
Just like Naruto, just like Luffy, he gonna get back up. Because how many times did Luffy get his ass beat by Kaido? Nigga got right back up.
Bro, it needs to be studied, bro. Like
It
shonen
needs to
main
be
characters.
it needs to be studied. You can say it's plot armor. It is plot armor.
Absolutely.
I'm gassing it up like it ain't plot armor, nigga. That's that resiliency, nigga.
Yeah.
Cause like, bro, like I'm telling you. And then when we see Goku and Frieza like that last attack, we see Goku like fluttering in and out of Super Saiyan. He's literally using all the energy he has
Everything he's
left.
got, bro.
And they get Jiren out of there, bro. And Android 17 pops up like, hey guys, come on, bro. The Tournament of Power is an amazing art. In Super, the Tournament of Power is an amazing art. It
Yeah,
definitely stands the test of time. 100%. 100%.
I can't agree more. The only reason that I even remotely asked the question is because I was, when I'm doing my prep to make these, things, I'm
Mm-hmm.
researching things online. I saw an actually valid argument, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you the time of day and like give this guy a real run for his shot. It was like some Reddit thread, and he was saying,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, like the Tournament of Power was a visual spectacle. It was amazing, and it was like one of the pinnacles of Super in general.
Anytime a nigga says, don't get me wrong, he about to say the most out of
Yeah,
pocket.
yeah, he about to say something crazy. But then he said something that I had to like. It actually made me think. He said, "The main character of the Tournament of Power is Goku." Like, it's pretty undeniable. Like, yes, everyone got their cut scene and everyone got their time and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but it's fairly certain, like at the point when we see him go UI and then MUI, like it's Goku. And he's like, so why does
Yeah, of
Jiren
course.
beat his ass? Like Jiren soloed MUI Goku. I just that is not even like a debate. Goku would have lost that fight if it wasn't for other people. It's not even a debate. Like Jiren was waxing his ass, bro. Like that's what I was saying. When I rewatched it, I was like, bro, Jiren was dogging his shit.
Yeah,
like,
Jiren's a fucking dog. But again, like why I prefaced it by saying this is a lot about teamwork. Because Goku got a new form. Nobody thought he was gonna get a new form. And it's strong. It's strong as hell. But there's like talk that Jiren is stronger than a god of destruction. He's stronger than his god of destruction.
He's stronger than his, yeah.
So like technically Goku is still he just unlocked, Ultra Instinct. But he's still going up against a nigga that's like stronger than his god of Jiren could say, hey nigga,
like,
over. And his god of destruction like, okay, all right.
Yeah. So I think that's why he was saying like if the main character loses, because like Android 17 won the Tournament of Power, because of course he was the last. So he was like, if the main character, your favorite character in the strongest form he's got, because I promise you right now, if Goku gets another form after MUI, I'm gonna stop watching Dragon Ball. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done.
No, I think MUI is pretty much like peak. Because I mean, I feel like MUI just comprises like all of the martial arts Goku has learned. It's not Super Saiyan, it's nothing. It's literally just a pure like martial arts form. Like your body instinctively reacting on its own to do the most optimal martial arts move that it needs to in that
moment. I don't know how you. I mean, what are you going to do? Kaioken on top of it? I just don't understand how
you can't go past Master Ultra Instinct. But like to that point, when you think of Goku and you think of all the obstacles that he came through, I don't think he's had a immovable wall like Jiren. You could say Beerus, but Beerus is kind of like I feel like Beerus is a plot device at this point.
Because he doesn't.
Beerus kind of scales based on what the writer needs, which I don't like that approach to an anime per se.
You can make the argument that he's the strongest god of destruction.
Yeah, you could, because when he was boxing the other guys, bro, nigga, 1v20.
He was giving them work.
He's giving them work. But I feel like Goku's never seen like an immovable object as Jiren. Even when you see like, I love that they did this scene. When you see Goku like fighting him in base and then he turns to Super Saiyan, he's literally seeing what are the limits of my power to where I can make this immovable wall move just a little bit. Just a little bit. What is the basis level of power I need? He didn't even move a finger until Goku got Super Saiyan God.
Yeah.
So like obviously Jiren's gonna be strong as shit. And it's different when you see Goku turn Master Ultra Instinct and they're boxing. No one can take the credit away that Master Ultra Instinct Goku is actually boxing the fuck out of Jiren.
Yeah.
No one can take that away. At the end, when Goku started losing energy, because obviously it's a new fucking form. And Frieza and Android 17 are jumping in there to help and stuff like that. Yes. Again, it's a tournament. It's a team-based event. Yeah. So the narrative that like, oh, Goku got beat the fuck up, like he got kicked out. Yeah, like he was the hardest fucking fighter out there. Like,
yeah. And
what?
So he like the reason he was bringing up, he was like, okay, so your favorite character's favorite character was getting their ass beat by a dude who, like, beforehand we had no real idea who the fuck Jiren was, right? Like we had heard some things about him, like we know that he was strong or whatever, but we didn't know. And then I remember when MUI came out, I was like, oh yeah, Jiren's toast. I was like, nah, Jiren's fucked. There's no way. And then he was boxing the fuck out this. I was like, bro, what is going on? Like, who is this dude? And so he was saying, that Dragon Ball keeps writing themselves into a corner, it seems like, because they create these characters that scale way higher than all of these people. And then they give us that next highest form, like, for example, with MUI. And then you get an Ultra Ego. And then you get Black Frieza just beat the dog shit out of both of them.
Yeah, Black Frieza one shot and then was crazy. And you can make the argument that like they were tired from the fight previously.
Doesn't matter.
But just him knocking them out of their strongest form is actually pretty crazy.
It's crazy. That's the angle he's coming from. It's like you're writing yourself into a corner for these people who are so like MUI was so supposed to be like the god, the angelic form, right? Like that's like the as far as he can go. Just for him to get like to lose a fight to Jiren, really. And he's like, so what are we gonna do from here, right? Because this is as far as you go. So unless you're gonna pass the torch, like,
yeah. Which is honestly, which is one of the things I wish, because everyone knows, like, I love Dragon Ball, but I don't like that it's the Goku and Vegeta show.
yeah,
I think that they should pass the torch to either,
Gohan
I would say Gohan and Piccolo, but I think it could possibly be Goten and Trunks that they pass the torch
I could
to.
see it, but like Goten just doesn't have the lore behind him like that.
Yeah, yeah, but I just feel like Gohan Gohan pops up when he needs to. Gohan pops up and shows niggas when he needs to.
And like
But
they write him, like even with Beast Gohan, they wrote him in a way to where like he just jumped from
I don't like Beast Gohan.
you know what I'm saying? Like he just jumped into
yeah.
UI level with like
I don't like Beast Gohan at all. That I've told people that take so many times. I don't think Gohan deserves Beast. And I made the argument he's at his potential unlocked so much. There's like nothing left. And if there is something left, bullshit.
You see what I'm saying?
Supreme Kai unlocked his potential. He got Ultimate Gohan. Ultimate definition. Peak. The pristine form. He got Ultimate Gohan. And then he somehow doesn't train for years. Trains for he didn't fucking train because Piccolo threw his weighted clothes at him and he dropped it. He's like, oh my god. And he somehow turns into Beast Gohan when he gets angry. That doesn't make sense. So I wouldn't have him pass off the torch to Gohan because then I feel like it's gonna give him like an out, like, oh well, now Gohan needs the new form.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she doesn't. But anyway, back to your Tournament of the Power point. Yes, the Tournament of Power was like that because you have to see the overarching. I feel like people who don't say that focus more on the like, oh, the Goku Master Ultra Instinct. You really have to sit, watch it, and really see how these characters are developing. Across the tournament. Because Frieza went from going in solo at the beginning to at the end helping his rival beat somebody. Gohan went from trying to figure out how he's going to strategize to literally like strategizing with Piccolo in sync perfectly.
Like, in the moment, he didn't have time to think ahead of time.
He did not have time to think about it because his first plan was, all right, let's just huddle up and fucking back to back, which is a good plan. And then it failed, and Gohan is on the fly because he's leader, he's team captain. Gohan is on the fly thinking of, okay, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do that.
It was awesome.
Bro, even Krillin did some shit, bro. Like, come on, bro. What are you talking about? Yeah, the Tournament of Power was like that.
The Tournament of Power was really like that. I do agree with the guy's synopsis of like writing themselves into a corner though, because we're gonna hit a wall here in Dragon Ball soon. And it's like, where do we go from here? So you have to somehow either, because I think everyone's kind of getting tired of the new forms for Goku and Vegeta. Like we're kind of, it's just like
yeah, they're cool. They're cool, but like with Ultra Ego, that is Vegeta. With Ultra Instinct, that is Goku. That is them.
The pinnacle of who they are.
You can't go anywhere past this. Like,
so if they're getting waxed, like you need to find, I think it would be so telling. Like this is like my thought process behind the whole thing. Imagine Vegeta in Ultra Ego getting killed by Black Frieza. And that's what pushes Trunks to the next level. And then having Vegeta's descendant killing Frieza would be the perfect full circle moment for Vegeta.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I really think either Gohan or Goten, they can be interchangeable. But Gohan or Goten and Trunks being the next successor, direct lineage, like, come on, bro. Like, imagine them having a conversation with their sons, like, all right, I think our time is done. We need to make sure, basically what they tried to do in the Cell Saga, was actually just fucking do it.
That's what I'm saying. It should have just been passed off. Yeah. And I think that is what, like, imagine, because Trunks already fights on a really high level. So, like,
Trunks is actually like that. A lot of people be trying to discredit Trunks. Trunks is actually like that. He makes no mistakes.
His potential is up there with Gohan's of like,
could
be amazing. So imagine like Trunks, because we've seen him in what? Super Saiyan 2 is the highest we've ever seen.
Super Saiyan 2 when he was fighting Zamasu.
So imagine we see him get to like Super Saiyan God. He would dog walk folks.
Yep. Yep.
So I like it's time to like pass the mantle, give somebody else the time. I think that would be a perfect wrap for Vegeta is like him seeing because when you rewatch the Namek saga and you see like how much he really hates Frieza and how much he was literally crying, asking and begging Kakarot to fucking kill this dude.
Yep.
He's like, please, bro, he needs to die at the hand of a Saiyan. And imagine Vegeta tries as much as he can, goes full ultra egoed, and he still isn't good enough. And then you see like Vegeta dies or like gets to the point where he's so close to death that it's something snaps inside of Trunks and Trunks just goes crazy. That would be like a perfect full circle moment for Vegeta to see his son finally conquer his greatest, like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And it works because literally anytime, if you watch the movies, anytime Vegeta is in any kind of trouble, Trunks is literally like breakneck speed over there. Like, I gotta help my dad, bro.
Oh, that's my dad. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think that has to be perfect. Like Gohan and Trunks or something like that. I think that'd be great, but I know they're not going to pass the torch.
They won't.
Goku and Vegeta make them too much money.
They'll get some other form, and I'm going to stop watching it.
When you think of Dragon Ball, you think of Goku and Vegeta. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Terminal power, like that. Like that. So whatever that nigga on Reddit was talking about.
So this is going to be another perfect transitioning phase into my next topic here. Speaking of Vegeta and speaking of our favorite anime characters, if you had to choose 2 anime characters from your entire time of watching anime to describe you as a person, or even yet, how would other people describe you with 2 anime characters? What do you think those characters would be?
My 2 characters, I'm going to say Vegeta for sure. Because me and Vegeta's ideology about just things in general is actually very like similar. You can't get anything in life without hard work. You don't lazy into anything. Like this crib, I worked for it. You feel me? Like everything I worked for it. And you can attest to the same thing. Everything we have in life, we worked for it. We did not get lucky. We did not go into any miracles or anything like that. Literally everything we culminated in life is through hard work. And I definitely got that from Vegeta. And I say Luffy. I definitely say Luffy. Because Luffy's just goofy. I'm a goofy nigga. If you know me in real life, I'm really a goofy ass nigga. And Luffy is really just goofy as hell. Sometimes he makes plans and they don't work, which is sometimes it's me. You know what I mean? Sometimes he just wants to eat, have fun with the homies. That's me. You know what I'm saying? So I say Vegeta and Luffy. And I feel like
for you, I had Luffy as one, and then I had Shikamaru for the other. Because people low-key be sleeping on how smart you are because you're like, I don't really feel like it. I don't really want to do it. But then you act like if you lock the fuck in, people are like, oh shit. Like,
I just feel like I'm like smart. I'm like, yeah, bro. For sure. I really be telling people.
You give off like the Luffy energy, right? Like like you said, you're all about the like party and all that shit. But then when you get serious, you like lock in, bro. I've never seen somebody strategize like that before. I remember when we were first playing through Elden Ring. You're like, all right, we got to go here and then do this, and he's weak to this and this, and I was like, yo, what the?
Yeah. Oh, I literally have when I lock the fuck in, I can literally be like the smartest nigga I know, bro. Like, I plan ahead, planning ahead, bro. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. For you, if I had to pick for you, I definitely say Vegeta. And I would say Zoro.
Really?
Because you are one of the most loyal niggas I know, bro.
That's true.
You are literally how loyal Zoro is to Luffy and to everyone he knows. You are one of the most loyal niggas that I know, bro.
That is true.
Like 100%. And you work hard. So that's Vegeta and that's Zoro. I'm trying to think, what would Ellis be? I'm really trying to think what Ellis would be.
I was hoping that Ellis was here because I was thinking, bro, I think the very first person I think of when I think of Ellis is Levi, because Levi's like one of those people that if you know what he can do, you don't even want to start shit. Like I feel like Ellis goes so under the radar. Like when people are like, he's just such a calm dude. He just doesn't.
Ellis be Ellis be trying to fool y'all niggas, bro. Ellis really be turning up. Y'all think Ellis is all cool and calm and collected. Nah, Ellis really be turned up. Y'all just don't see it.
Like,
y'all don't see it.
I feel like that's what Levi is, bro. Like, because people, you never see Levi get flustered. Never.
Exactly.
Like, he's just always calm. But I feel like Ellis is the same way. But like, he will crash out on you if
100%.
if you break through that level. He will crash out on you.
For Ellis, I'm gonna say Gohan, 100%. Gohan,
Okay.
100%. And
Oh, I can see Gohan too. Actually, now that you say that,
yeah,
that's actually
100% Gohan. Because like, I think I've seen Ellis mad like what?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Damn,
saying.
boy, oh, boy.
That
Like,
dude lock in, bro.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely say Gohan. And Levi's actually really good. I know he's real passionate about. I could say like Commander Irwin from Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
Because
that's
Commander Irwin is like super passionate about certain things. And Ellis, when he gets like, you can tell when Ellis is comfy talking about something, when he's passionate talking about something, because he'll just go. He'll just go.
Yeah.
Like if you bring up gaming with Ellis, you will literally get 100% the real version of Ellis.
That is true.
I love that about him. I love that about him. He is super
That's
passionate.
like,
I'm gonna say Gohan and Commander Irwin.
so the two I chose for myself, unironically I chose Vegeta, specifically for that moment in the Tournament of Power. Like I've always fucked with Vegeta, but like that moment where he's like, I will do this my own way.
Yeah.
And without getting into specifics, like what just happened in my life, right? So it's like everyone told me when I was young in my life, like you're too arrogant to get to this point. You have to do things this way, and this way you have to do this, and if you don't, you'll never. And I've been like, the whole time you've known me, I've been like, bro, fuck that. I'm gonna do it my way, and do it, and to be so successful so quickly is like, it just feels like that Vegeta energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I will break through my own way through hard work and doing it my way, and I'm not gonna bend. I'm not gonna break. And then the second one is why I want an Escanor tattoo. So I feel like Escanor is like,
yeah. I can see that.
Like, that's my thing. Like during the night, like when I'm calm, right? Like when I'm like the barkeep. Like you said, I'm really loyal. I'm very like, I want to make sure everyone's having a good time. I want to make sure. But then it's like when I get hot and the sun comes up, bro, I know who I am, bro.
I know who I am. Yep.
Pinnacle, baby. Like that's me.
Yep.
Like that's crazy. I feel like that is like my two sides to my personality.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that, bro. But you definitely got Vegeta in you. I'll say that for a fact. That's the I feel like everyone has like an undisputed character trait or personality type. That is 100% you, bro. Vegeta is like, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's like who I am, bro. Like in my blood.
Yep.
So that was the who, what, when, where, and why we chose those two. Let us know down in the comments who you guys think you describe yourselves, and we'll see if we can disagree based off your profile photos. Okay, so next topic, let's get into it. A legend was born. Choose one moment in your gaming career that stands at the pinnacle of your gaming experience. What defines you as a gamer? What kind of games do you like? And then choose one moment where you're like, this is the kind of thing that I want to do as far as gaming goes for the rest of my life. Like I would chase this dopamine hit from this game forever.
What defines me as a gamer? I think my pinnacle gaming moment when I really unlocked gaming. I didn't game like forever. I remember one of the first games I played was Tekken on the PlayStation. The old PlayStation 1 with my dad. And he used to beat the fuck out of me in Tekken. Holy shit. I don't even know how old I was. He used to beat the dog shit out of me in Tekken. Bro wasn't even that good, I think. I think I was just that ass. I remember like me and him talking, and I was like, oh, let's play Tekken. He was like, okay, cool. He beat my ass. I was like, let's play Tekken. He beat my ass. I was like, he beat my ass. And then I finally asked, like, why are you so good? And he told me, he was like, because I just keep trying. I just kept trying. I kept getting better at the game, and that's literally it. And that kind of instilled in me like this gaming isn't about just like you play, you lose, you give up, which is I think why I gravitated so much towards Dark Souls too.
Yeah.
It's like what my dad taught me about. You play a game, you try, you learn it, and you just don't give up at it. I beat his ass eventually. That was one of the highlights. That's literally one of the highlights of my gaming career, bro. I
Yeah.
remember when I first beat his ass and I saw that you won, bro. I got so happy. I got so happy. My dad was over there cheering me on, like, "Good job, man. Good job, man." Thinking on it, I think he let me win for my pride. But you know what I'm saying? It was still a good moment. It was still a good moment. So I think just that moment in general kind of led me to go towards games like fighting games, games where like you can learn them
Yeah.
and you can show what you've learned, which is again
Yeah.
why I think I've gravitated towards like Dark Souls or like fighting games where you need to learn, react to your opponent and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that defines me as a gamer, just being able to learn and understand and then execute.
Yeah. All right. So my pinnacle gaming moment of all time. I still remember this like it was yesterday. I had a copy of Special Pikachu Edition Yellow
Yeah.
from Pokemon. And for those of you guys who don't know, when that shit came out, it was black and white. So I'm kind of putting myself in the old man category already, but I don't give a damn. Bro, this was before, like, all y'all youngins who do this shit now, it's too easy. We did not have websites to go to look up all this shit. We didn't have gaming guides. We used to have guides that were sold at the Scholastic Book Fair,
Yeah.
and that was it. All right, so you
Yeah.
get one shot a year to get what you need to get going
Mhm.
forward. That's it.
Facts.
So I didn't have anything, and so I didn't know about stats. I didn't know about physical special splits. I didn't know about shit. All right, all I knew was
Mhm.
that I wanted this game, and my first Pokemon I ever caught was a Pidgey. Okay, I took that motherfucking bird to the Elite Four, and I lost over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And I was like probably 5 or 6. I can still remember just tears streaming down my face because I was so mad that I couldn't
Mhm.
win. And I was like, bro, why is this like I'm like level 67 or whatever it is? I'm like, why can't I fucking win? And the tenacious mindset that I have now to push through over and over, the same kind of mindset I was talking about, like I'm gonna do this my way. Because I remember going to my older brother and I was like, why can't I beat this? He was like, because you're using a Pidgey, bro. Like you're using a
Because you're using a Pidgey, bro.
it was like it was a Pidgeot at the time, obviously. It was
Yeah.
using a bird. Like you need to use stronger Pokemon. And I was like, no, I want to use this one. And he's like, you're not gonna win using this one. I
Yeah.
sat in the grass for 2 days straight, just running back and forth fighting wild Pokemon till that bird was level 100. And I dog walked the Elite Four with a fucking Pidgey. And I was like, this is why I do what I do. And I remember taking that mindset into everything going forward, no matter if it's Mortal Kombat, getting waxed over and over and over and over and over until you learn the combos. Whether it's like an Elden Ring when I kept dying to the same boss till I fucking memorized, like you said, gravitating towards
Yeah.
Dark Souls. No matter what it is, I will never give up. And I will do it I won't look up some stupid build to make it like super broken and do the most like mid-max bullshit. I will pick a build that I like. I will do something that I like. And I will run into the fucking wall until I break through. That's who I am.
Yep. 100%, man. 100%.
So
Fuck, dude. Damn.
yeah.
Yeah. A lot of gaming memories, bro. There's a lot of gaming memories. Shit, I remember playing Pokemon. I think it was Pokemon Yellow. When you have like Pikachu follow along with you,
Yeah.
fire game, bro. Fire game.
Spectacular.
Emerald was actually pretty fire too.
Emerald was
Um,
probably my second favorite game of all time.
yeah, Emerald was
So good.
crazy, bro. What else did I fucking play?
I remember Kingdom Hearts would make me hot. Dude, looking back, bro, like I used to crash out over games so much, bro. Like
I used to crash out over. I think when you fight like Sephiroth in Kingdom
yes,
Hearts, so that was one of them boss fights where I was like, "Look, bro, I gotta take a break. I
you
gotta
gotta
take a
step
week
away.
long break, bro. I gotta step away." I've only had, I'd say like 5 crash outs that I can remember over certain things in video games. Sephiroth is one of them. Sephiroth is definitely one of them. Most of them are from Dark.
Oh yeah.
And there was one random crash out that I had with a Dragon Ball. Oh, Budokai 1, Cell versus Gohan. When you're like, you're Gohan and you're, bro. I don't know why that fight was so like difficult to me, bro. Like, shit.
I could see that, bro.
I'm tweaking right now. My eye twitching. Y'all niggas see my eye? My eye twitching, bro.
Was it Tekken?
And Tekken 7 with the Kuzami, the tiger bitch.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep. That was one of them too. That was one of them too. Her moves were just, I love learning movesets and stuff like that. But her moves, which goes back into artificial difficulty, her spamming tigers at you from the way over here is crazy.
I think I almost broke a controller.
Yeah, it was a screen move. Like it hit everywhere on the screen. You couldn't dodge it. You just had to block and take the chip damage.
Yeah, I almost
added up.
And I just don't break shit because I spent money on my, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to break shit. I've almost broken controllers before. And then Street Fighter 2's Goro made me want to crash the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
Just made me want
to. Yeah, I think the Tekken 7.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tekken 7, because I think that's the only time where I legit wanted to like just destroy something I had.
Yeah,
I think I ended up just like launching a fucking water bottle across the room or something.
Yeah,
I didn't break anything, but I was like, dude, I'm close.
The rage, people don't understand. You know, one of the single phrase that'll get me pissed off, like I'll just crash out more than anything else, is it's just a game. I will fucking flip. I'll flip out.
Yeah.
I'll be like, listen, bro, I don't come over to you and whatever you're passionate about and say it's just a blank. All right.
Yeah.
In my face.
Yeah. Like, I think that's a horrible fucking phrase to say, especially to somebody about to crash the fuck out. Like, bro, relax, it's just a game. No, nigga.
Like, what are you doing? Like, you have no self-preservation going on in your body, bro. Like,
that's a horrible thing. That is a horrible thing to say.
Sometimes the platforming in video, like I remember, like when Super Mario Bros. First came out on the DS, I just couldn't get past like a certain level. I would try to crash out. They're like, "Why don't you just turn it off?" I'm like, "Because it will haunt me in my brain."
Yeah, because if I turn it off, it's like, damn, it bitched me. It held me like.
I'm not gonna turn it. I'm just not doing that. Like what?
Yeah. Back, bro. Nah, it held me. I can never like turn a game off if it's like making me mad, because then I'm just gonna think about it while I'm doing regular things.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna want to go back to it.
And there's no way I'm letting pixels irritate me for the rest of my fucking day. Like, there's just no way. So I have to win. I just have to do it.
That's how when I played Dark Souls 3 and I was fighting the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. I'm telling you, I think that was the first time where I actually like saw really delayed attacks, and my brain just couldn't wrap around how the fuck to die. It literally just couldn't. I couldn't, bro. That's why I had so much trouble with Radagon, because that fucking hammer, he'll be like,
gotcha.
I'm like, oh my god, bro. Yeah. So yes. The Dancer of the Boreal Valley was exactly like that, bro.
And then Orphan of Cause from Bloodborne made me want to. Yeah. I almost uninstalled the game. Yeah. That's probably like top 10 rage moments for sure. Because I was like, bro, I just don't. Yeah. And the whole thing with Bloodborne is nothing shuts the fuck up. So like him screaming constantly just makes me even more irritated. And I'm just like, bro, I get it. And then like the "you died" thing pops up, and I'm like, come on, bro, like hurry up. I know I died, bro. Like let me load back.
Fact. I think like out of all of the "you died" screens, I really prefer Sekiro, because it just says death. It's like, oh, you I could have died due to like, you know, like regular things, but it's like in Dark Souls, it's like you died. Like, no, it was your fault. You died. Like, I don't know why is that little subtle thing is like, fuck, man. Bro,
it'll heat me the fuck
out. But yeah, crash me the fuck out, bro. But yeah, that's my gamer. That's my game moment.
Yeah. Same. I think that's it. I think that's all I had for topics, bro.
Okay. Cool. Sweet. All right, y'all. This has been episode 47. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Ellis will be back next episode.
All right, y'all. Deuces.
Bitch, I'm not good, feel like I walk on water. I'm telling you, bitch, that he like I'm a toilet. Walk with the block, I'm a fucker, boy out with his every place talking. I do what I want, I act like a dog.